Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskrityam.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam.
Devim Saraswati Vyasam
Devim
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tato Jayamudhirayet
Tato
Tato
Jayamudiraye
Jayamudhirayet.
Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu
Nashtaprayoshu
Nashtaprayashu
Abhadreshu
Bhadrasu.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata
Bhagavata
Sevaya
Sevaya.
Bhagavati Ruttama Sloke
Bhagavati
Uttama
Tamashke
Shloke.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtike
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki
Namaste.
Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 2 Chapter 4 Verse 2 Atmajaya Sutagara
Atmajaya
Atmajaya
Sutagara
Sutagara.
Pashudravina Bandushu
Prashudravina
Pashudravina
Bandhushu
Bandhusu.
Rajye Cha Vikhale Nityam
Rajye Cha
Rajye cha Vikale
Vikhalyam
Nityam.
Virudham Mamatam Jaho
Virudham
Virudham
Mamatam
Mamatam
Jaha
Jaho.
Atmajaya Sutagara
Atmajaya
Atmajaya
Sutagara
Sutagara.
Pashudravina Bandushu
Pashudravina
Pashudravina
Bandhushu
Bandhusu.
Rajye Cha Vikhale Nityam
Rajye Cha
Rajye cha Vikale
Vikhalyam
Nityam.
Virudham Mamatam Jaho
Virudham
Virudham
Mamatam
Mamatam
Jaha
Jaho.
Atmajaya Sutagara
Atmajaya
Atmajaya
Sutagara
Sutagara.
Prasudravina Bandushu
Pashudravina Bandhushu
Bandhusu.
Rajye Cha Vikhale Nityam
Rajye Cha Vikhale Nityam
Nityam.
Virudham Mamatam Jaho.
Virudham
Virudham
Mamatam
Mamatam
Jaha
Jaho.
Recite, please.
Atmajaya Sutagara
Atmajaya
Atmajaya
Sutagara.
Sutagara
Pashudravina Bandhushu
Pashudravina
Pashudravina
Bandushu
Bandhusu.
Rajya Cha Vikhale Nityam
Rajye Cha Vikhale Nityam
Virudham Virudham Mamatam Jaha
Virudham Mamatam
Virudham
Jaho.
Mamatam Jaho.
Translation purport by Srivan Girisave Charnarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai
Synonyms: Atma, body;
Atma body
Atma body.
Jaya, wife;
Jaya wife
Jaya wife.
Sutha, son;
Sutta
Sutta
son
son.
Aghara, palace;
Agara
Agara palace.
Pashu, horses and elephants;
Pashu
Pashu
horses and elephants.
Dravina, treasury house;
Javina treasury
Dravina
house
treasury house.
Bandushu, unto friends and relatives;
Bandhushu unto friends
Bandhusu
and
unto
relatives
friends and relatives.
Rajye, in the kingdom;
Rajya in the
Rajya in the
kingdom
kingdom.
Cha, also;
Cha
Here
also
also
Avikale, without being disturbed;
Avikale
Avikale
without being
without being
disturbed.
disturbed
Nityam, constant;
Nityam
Nityam
constant
constant.
Virudham, deep-rooted;
Virudham
Virudham
rooted
deep rooted.
Mamatham, affinity;
Mamatam
Mamatam affinity.
Jahav, gave up.
Jaha gave
Jaha
up.
gave up.
Translation, please repeat after me. Maharaja Parikshit, as a result of his wholehearted attraction for Lord Krishna,
Maharaj
Maharaja
Parikshit,
Parikshit,
as
as
a
a
result
result
of
of his
his
wholehearted
wholehearted
attraction for Lord
attraction for Lord
Krishna,
Krishna,
was able to give up all deep-rooted affection for his personal body, his wife, his children, his palace, his animals like horses and elephants, his treasury house, his friends and relatives, and his undisputed kingdom.
Was
Was
able to
able to
give up
give up
all deep-rooted
all
affection
deep-rooted
for his
affection
personal
for his
body,
personal
his
body,
wife,
his wife, his
children,
children,
his
his
palace,
palace,
his
his
animals like
animals like
horses
horses
and
and
elephants,
elephants,
his
his
treasury
treasury
house,
house, his
his
friends
friends
and
and
relatives,
relatives, and his undisputed
and
kingdom.
his undisputed kingdom.
Purport.
Purport. To become liberated means to become free from dehatma buddhi, the illusory attachment for personal bodily coverings and everything connected with the body, namely wife, children, and all other entanglements. One selects a wife for bodily comforts, and the result is children. For wife and children, one requires a dwelling place, and as such, a residential house is also necessary. Animals like horses, elephants, cows, and dogs are also household animals, and a householder has to keep them as household paraphernalia. In modern civilization, the horses and elephants have been replaced by cars and conveyances with considerable horsepower. To maintain all the household affairs, one has to increase the bank balance and be careful about the treasury house. And in order to display the opulence of material assets, one has to keep good relations with friends and relatives, as well as become very careful about maintaining the status quo. This is called material civilization of material attachment. Devotion for Lord Krishna means negation of all material attachments as detailed above. By the grace of Lord Krishna, Maharaja Parikshit was awarded all material amenities and an undisputed kingdom in which to enjoy the undisturbed position of king. But by the grace of the Lord, he was able to give up all connections with material attachment. This is the position of a pure devotee. Maharaja Parikshit, due to his natural affection for Lord Krishna as a devotee of the Lord, was always executing his royal duties on behalf of the Lord. And as a responsible king of the world, he was always careful to see that the influence of Kali would not enter his kingdom. A devotee of the Lord never thinks of his household paraphernalia as his own, but surrenders everything for the service of the Lord. Thereby, living entities under the devotee's care get the opportunity for God realization by the management of a devotee master. Attachment for household paraphernalia and for Lord Krishna go poorly together. One attachment is the path of darkness, and the other attachment is the path of light. Where there is light, there is no darkness, and where there is no darkness, there is no light. But an expert devotee can turn everything to the path of light by an attitude of service to the Lord. And the best example here is the Pandavas. Maharaja Yudhishthira and householders like him can turn everything to light by dovetailing so-called material assets in the service of the Lord. But one who is not trained or is unable to turn everything to the service of the Lord, Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe, must give up all material connections before he can be fit to hear and chant the glories of the Lord. Or in other words, one who has seriously heard Srimad Bhagavatam for even one day, like Maharaja Parikshit, from a fit personality like Sukadeva Goswami, may be able to lose all affinity for material things. There is no utility simply in imitating Maharaja Parikshit and hearing Bhagavatam for professional men, even for 700 years. To take Srimad Bhagavatam as a means of maintaining family expenditure is the grossest type of Nama Pradha offense at the feet of Lord. Sarva Shubha Kriya Samyam Api Pramadha.
Hari Om Tatsadom Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swamin Iti Namine Namo Acharya Padhaya Nithaya Kripa Pradhaine Gaurakatha Damadaya Nagara Grama Tharine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti namine namaste Saraswate deve Gauravani pracharine Nirbisesha sunyabadhe Haschatya Satarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Hare Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudanam Mukhakaroti Vachalam Pangulangai Girim Yatkripa Tamaham Mande Sri Gurum Denatharinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitan Yumishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. So, very beautiful purport of Jai Srila Prabhupada. Superficially, Maharaja Parikshit, the emperor of the world, he was cursed to death. A Brahmana boy cursed him, that we saw in the first canto. He said, you will die within 7 days. And as a result of this, he left his home, his kingdom. And here in the next verse, it is said in the second verse, Atma Jaya. Jaya means his own wife. He was young man. He was not very old. Sutta, children. He had kids. Agara means residence, house. Atma Jaya Suthaghara. And Pashu, we also saw that Agara, Nidra, Bayamai, that Agara is for eating, mating, sleeping. But here, that is why we need Acharya. Srila Prabhupada is very clearly mentioning. The words will have a different meaning according to the context. So here, when you say Atma, for example, Atma is somewhere referred to body, somewhere referred to mind, somewhere referred to the soul. Here it is body. Okay, Jaya, Sutta Agara. Agara means here not eating. Agara means here the palace. And Pashu generally means animal, but Pashu here refers to horses and elephant. See the context. What will the king maintain? So his horses and animals, and of course the household animals, domestic animals, and Dravina means wealth, riches. Bandhushu means friendship. So these are our material assets. Wife, children, nice house, nice bank balance, some pashus, animals. Here, of course, you keep only one animal, dog, in this material world today. The best friend of the man. But in India, they keep many animals. Those who are rich, they keep elephants also, horses also, bulls, cows. Dogs are also there, but dogs are not so important. Asses also there. Dobies, the washerman keeps. So these are domestic animals. Cats also. So these are domestic animals. They like to live with human being. They don't go to the forest. So superficially, Parishit Maharaj, by the mercy of Krishna, by the plan of Krishna, in fact, Upadarya Matim Krishne, the previous verse we saw, the first verse of the 4th chapter. So for becoming Krishna conscious, Mati means Krishna conscious. So Krishna, Guru Maharaj used to, bless Krishner Mati Rastu. So Mati means Krishna. Mati means consciousness. Krishna, in Krishna. So Krishner Mati Rastu. May your consciousness be situated in Krishna. Practically, he was bereft of everything. Just try to understand. He was cursed to death. And because he was preparing for the next life, he had to leave everything. So what people will think, by Krishna consciousness, one has to lose everything. His kingdom is everything. Therefore, people are afraid to take to Krishna consciousness. Yet tell me, at the time of death, who will possess anything of what he wants to possess? Everything will be taken away only. In fact, snatched away, despite his free will, not to give up. What is it called? Mrityu Harascha. So at the time of death, Krishna will take away the form of time. He takes away everything. So here, intelligent devotee, as soon as he knows he's going to die, he voluntarily gives up everything and he comes to Krishna. Now you see whether Krishna takes away everything or Krishna takes the devotee. Huh? So people are afraid to take to Krishna consciousness, thinking that they will lose everything, even up to their life. So here is an example of Parikshit Maharaj. To become a pure devotee of Lord Krishna, this is not ordinary thing. In the purport Srila Prabhupada is giving. And somewhere Srila Prabhupada is also, saying that to get birth in the family of devotees is a boon. Not only that, Suchinam Srimatam Gehe Yogo Brashta Sanjayate. Yoga Brashta, one who falls down from the path of spiritual advancement. So, in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is giving very beautifully what is, how one is situated to become Krishna conscious, how the environment is given. So, Parikshit Maharaja had both the blessings. From the very childhood, from the womb of his mother, he was Krishna conscious. Krishna protected him in the womb. And he had the opportunity of taking birth in a family where every member was Krishna conscious, especially his grandfather Arjuna. So that chance was there from the very beginning of his life. He was given a chance to worship Krishna deity. Not only that, so if one is born in a very nice, rich and pure family, he is considered to be very pious in his past life. That's a fact. Janmaishwarya Sruta Sri Bhir, Kunti Maharani's prayers we have read in Canto 1, Chapter 8. These four things: Janma, high grade birth; Aishwarya, riches; Janmaishwarya, Sruta, education; and Sri means beauty. These four things are obtained by pious activities in one's past life. So, Parikshit Maharaj had all these assets. That means in his previous life, he was also great devotee. Now, in this life, he is bereft of everything. After executing spiritual life so strenuously, life after life, in this life, we see that is bereft of his kingdom, is going to die within 7 days, and he had to leave his beautiful wife, children, home, kingdom, animals, everything we keep. There is affection. It is not that animals are meant for killing. They are also treated like children. So anything you associate, you get affection. That's a fact. Therefore, here it is stated, Rajye chavi khale nityam virudam mamatham jhao. Look at the last two lines. So, Rajye chavi khale nityam virudam mamatham jhao. So, this is, his kingdom was very safe kingdom. It was not that there was disturbance in his kingdom. Somebody has attacked. No. Chavikale, without any disturbance. Chavikale means without any disturbance. Very nice kingdom. So what people will think? That to become Krishna conscious means to lose everything up to life. Does it mean that? Superficially, they take it like that. But actually, that is not the fact. There is another story in which one saintly person came in an assembly. So he blessed a saintly person. Everyone expect some blessings always. So there was a king's son. So he blessed him, Rajaputra Chiramjiva. My dear king's son, you live forever. And there was another son. He was Muni's son, saintly person's son. And he blessed him, Muniputra Majiva Mamara. You, Muniputra, son of a saintly person, you don't live, you die. Rajaputra Chiramjiva, Muniputra Majiva. You don't live, Muniputra. And there was a hunter also, and there was a saintly person also. The saintly person he blessed, Majiva Mamara. Jiva va Marava. Either you die or live. It is all the same for you. And there was a hunter. He blessed him, Mahajiva Mamara. Don't die, don't live. This is very instructive, you see. Don't die, don't live. And you live or die. Two things are there. One was blessed that you don't die. The Rajaputra don't die. And the Muniputra, he was blessed, you die. And the saintly person was blessed, either you die or you live. And the hunter was blessed, you don't live, you don't die. So this was a puzzle actually. So the king, he invited his ministers that what is the meaning of this blessing? The ministers were very intelligent. So he explained that your son has been blessed Chiramjiva because your son is so licentious that as soon as he dies, he is going to hell. So therefore, he has blessed you, better live forever. Otherwise, you are going to hell. Your life is so sinful that next life is hellish. So better you live forever. And then the next, Muniputra. Muniputra means they have to undergo austerities. No meat eating, no illicit sex, no intoxication, no gambling. So many. So many no's. But similarly, Muniputra, he is also execute all these functions and there is no comfortable life. Yamuniputra lives in a cottage. There is no good bedstead. No good eating, simple fruits and flowers. So from materialistic point of view, this is a miserable condition of life. So he was blessed that you have sufficiently undergone austerities. Now your next life is in Vaikuntha. So better you die and go to Vaikuntha. So why you should suffer anymore? So therefore, he was blessed that Muniputra ma jiva. And the saintly person, he was blessed by the word jiva va marava. Either you die or live, the same thing. Because a saintly person is engaged in the service of the Lord already. So his life is so blissful. So either he lives or when he dies, he goes back to home, back to garden. He will do the same business. So there is no difference. Just like these Krishna conscious people, all of you are engaged in Krishna service. You are getting the same service eternally. This is progressional period only as of now what is going on. Dharma karma chame divyam yavam yoveti tatvatha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mam eti so kaunteya. Krishna says, anyone who can understand Krishna as he is. Then after leaving this body, he comes to home, back to Godhead, mam eva. So saintly persons, their life is so pure. There, in this living condition, they are in Vaikuntha, and after leaving the body, they will go to Vaikuntha. So Jiva Vamarava, both ways they are benefited. And the hunter was said, Ma Jiva Mamara, you don't live and don't die. What is that? Now you are a hunter, butcher. So nasty life you are living. It is better death. Better for you to die. But if you die, then you go to hell. Therefore, don't die also. And don't live also. Parikshit Maharaj. So this was blessing. Parikshit Maharaja, don't think that Parikshit Maharaj has lost everything because he has understood Krishna. So according to the statement of Bhagavad Gita, it is fact that he is going back home, back to Godhead. What is the value of this kingdom, of the wealth of this material world? They're all temporary. Even if you have got very good kingdom, very nice wife, very nice society, how long? How long will you possess? You tell me, suppose nobody is snatching it away from you. Till the death will come and that will snatch away everything. And if you commit one mistake, next life you will get something else, maybe a dog or I don't know, depending upon what mistake you're committing. So Parikshit Maharaj's life, because he's born a devotee, from the childhood he's been a devotee of Krishna. Now when he was cursed, it was blessing for him. And for all others, because he was cursed, there was necessity of recitation of this Srimad Bhagavatam. So the curse is not only benefit for him, it is also blessing for others. After hearing this Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Vishnu Shravane Parikshit. Parikshit Maharaj, simply by hearing oral reception, Shravanam, Srimad Bhagavatam, he got salvation. So the superficial awkward position that he lost his life, lost his kingdom, he had to leave his wife and children and everything, no, don't take it in that by Krishna consciousness he became bereft of all assets, no. He was going to be rewarded very highly, going back home, back to Godhead. So another instruction is in this connection that one should be ready. If one is serious to become Krishna conscious, then one should be ready to give up all sorts of material enjoyment. That's a fact. If you become Krishna conscious for your material improvement, you can get it. Krishna is all powerful, but that's not the desirable thing. To become Krishna conscious means to make our materialistic way of life nil. That is the purpose. Anya vilasita sunyam. But if you want from Krishna, give me material happiness. We have already seen. Same in the last chapter, Sukadeva Goswami, he was telling to Parikshit Maharaj, Akama Sarva Kamo Va Moksha Kama Udaradi Tivrena Bhakti Yogena Yajeta Paramam Purusha Param. So either you are materially desirous, anxious to get so many things. Karmi. Akama means devotee. Sarvakama means karmi. Akama sarva kamova. They're simply wanting, give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. So many things. There is no end of their demands. That is called karmis. And the jnanis, they also want, they want salvation, to merge into the impersonal Brahman effulgence of the Lord. And yogi, they also want some mystic power. So karmi, jnani, yogi, everyone wants something. But a devotee, akama, he does not want anything. That is called devotion. They know, what shall I do with all these things? They have no attraction for anything material. These are all material. Some in better position, some in lower position. That's all. Karmis are entangled in this materialistic way of life. Jnanis, they are also more or less entangled because they have no idea what is God. They think God is impersonal. There is no God. So if they have no idea of God, how to go back to kingdom of God? So they are also materialistic. Negation of material. Negation. Because they are very much frustrated. Just like when Srila Prabhupada went to US, there were many hippies. Hippies means a negation of a positive materialistic life. That's all. That is negation. Who else can give a better definition than Prabhupada for a hippie? They are simply denying. We don't want the way of life as our father and grandfathers are going on. That's a negation. But there is no positive gain. So negation is no good. You must have some positive gain. So our Krishna consciousness movement is negation of the materialistic way of life and regain the blissful eternal life of spiritual understanding. So simply negation is no gain. With something, if you are disgusted, I don't want it. Just like sometimes a man commits suicide. I don't want this life. So what is the gain? That's ignorance. So he doesn't know that committing suicide, he is eternal actually. Living entity is eternal. He thinks that by killing this body, I am free from this bodily miserable condition of life. No, no. Immediately, either he has to accept a next abominable body, or he will have to become a ghost, one who commits suicide. Ghost means no material, gross life. But a mental, subtle life is there. A ghost is carried by the subtle body, mind, intelligence, and false ego. And one who gets a body, gross body, upon this mind, intelligence, and ego, one develops a gross body of 5 elements, earth, water, air, fire. This is the 2 kinds of body. It's a condition. And when he is actually Krishna conscious, he is transcendental to this gross and subtle body. He attains a spiritual body, which is never to be finished, eternal and blissful life. So, sometimes when Krishna, he's especially kind to a person who thinks that I shall execute Krishna consciousness, at the same time I shall enjoy this material life. This is foolishness, of course. If you want Krishna, go to home, back to garden. Then you have to finish your material desires. Because Krishna is so kind, that even if you have a pinch of material desire to enjoy in this material world, he will give you a chance. All right, you do it. That means we become entangled. So, those who are executing Krishna consciousness, they should try to become free from all material desires. Anya bilashita sunyam jnana karma adi anavritam. Jnana means knowledge. Jnanis, they also want to become one with Supreme, and karma means karmis, those who want to enjoy material life. So one should be uncovered, not covered by this jnana, by karma, or by any material desire. Anya bilsa sunyam, jnana, karma, adi anavritam, anukulyene Krishna anusilam. Simply favorably serving Krishna, not unfavorably. Consciousness favorably. Just like Kamsa, he was also Krishna conscious, but he was simply planning how to kill Krishna. That kind of Krishna consciousness is not good. Of course, Krishna is so kind. So anyway, one becomes Krishna conscious, he gets a benefit, at least, of liberation. Just like Kamsa was liberated. Although he was unfavorably Krishna conscious, but he was thinking of Krishna, no. Krishna, Hiranyakashipu, he was also thinking of Krishna, but unfavorably. So that is not bhakti. We must think of Krishna favorably, and that is bhakti. Anukulyena Krishna Anusilanam, then bhakti. Culture of Krishna consciousness favorably, that is bhakti uttama, pure bhakti. So, a person who is thinking of Krishna haphazardly, namely that by executing Krishna consciousness, I'll be materially happy. He can be materially happy because, as Sukadeva Goswami said, akama sarva kamo va, moksha kama udarati. His desire will be fulfilled. Just like Dhruva Maharaj. He want to worship Krishna in the forest with material desire, that I may get the kingdom of my father or better kingdom than him. That was his determination. So he got it. He got it. But when he got it, by executing Krishna consciousness, he was intelligent at least. He was very sorry that what I have asked, this material happiness. Oh. So when he actually saw Krishna or Vishnu, he was offered, now you take benediction as you desire. He was very sorry. He said, my Lord, I have no other desire now. I have finished all my desire. Huh? Swamin kritarto varam nayache. Swamin kritartosmi varam nayache. I don't want anything else, any kind of benediction. I've got you. I have no more necessity of any benediction. But Krishna, he's so kind. He gave him both. The Dhruva, you desired for some material prosperity, a kingdom. So I have created one kingdom, Dhruva Loka, for you, which is so many times bigger than your father's kingdom. So that is especially for you. That is Vaikunta. You will go there. But you wanted your father's kingdom. So you take your father's kingdom also. So he enjoyed his father's kingdom for 35,000 of years. In those days, a man used to live for 100,000 of years. Satya Yuga. So Krishna is so kind that whatever desires you have got within, he will give you all facilities. Akama sarva kamova, moksha kama, udarati. But intelligent person, they will not ask anything from Krishna. Just like a dependent child, he is fully dependent on the father. Father knows how to raise him to be perfect man. He knows what is his necessities. Similarly, we have to give up to the care of Krishna without any condition. That is perfection of life. So, sometimes Krishna favors a devotee when he is in doubts, whether this or that, this or that. So, sometimes he takes away the sources of his material opulence and gives him shelter under his own lotus feet. See how beautiful is this. Huh? So, this is Krishna consciousness. What Parikshit Maharaj did here. Upadharya matim Krishne. In the previous verse we saw. In fact, he gave up his kingdom at the age of around 24 years. A young wife, young nice children, whole empire is there. And he gave up everything just like one gives up his stool. Evacuates immediately, goes away. So he gave up. So this is actually Krishna conscious, that we became completely free from any material possession, any. It's very difficult. But just see, here Parikshit Maharaj, due to his association with his spiritual master, Sukadeva Goswami, he understood. He, according to his instruction, he gave his mind and everything to Krishna, and he gave up the idea of enjoying his wife, children, palace, kingdom, or animals, and so many things. So it is little difficult also, but by Krishna's grace, if we continue regularly this Krishna consciousness rules and regulation, then automatically we shall be disinterested. Bhakti pareshanu bhavo viraktir anyatra syat. These are not to be artificially attained. You cannot give up your wife, children, kingdom artificially. Artificially, if you give up, then you will again fall down. Artificially, I give up my wife, then I have to seek another's wife. This is nonsense. This is nonsense. This is fall down. When you are actually mature, then you give up. That will happen automatically. You just try to be Krishna conscious. So Parishit Maharaja is a matured devotee. From the very childhood, he is matured because he was Krishna conscious. So when he was cursed by a Brahmana, he took it as an opportunity. Okay, let me give up everything. Let me go back home, back to Godhead. This is the philosophy. Thank you very much. Any questions or comments or realization? Please do share with us. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you very much. So we will resume our class tomorrow morning sharp at 8 o'clock. Till then, Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Patita Pawan Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Vaishnav Pranam. Vancha
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha
kripa
kripa
sindhubhya
sindhubhaiva
evacha
cha
patitanam
patitanam
pavanebhyo
pavanebhyo
vaishnavebhyo
vaishnavebhyo
namo
namo
namaha.
namaha.
Jai Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Premanande.